Welcome back to our Dream in the Woods. I just got a call today. I was actually at work, and the pump for the well is getting installed, and we're going with a little modern system. It's a variable frequency pump. It's a 1.5 horsepower, and it sounds like it'll go towards the bottom of the well, around that 500-foot mark, and then it's a soft start well, and so it costs a little more here initially, but it will ramp up its pressure as the demand comes. So it should run everything in the house and sprinkler systems and water and all that kind of stuff. It's rated at about 7 gallons per minute, but it will pump as high as 10 or 12 gallons a minute. And then being at the bottom of the well, we'll have all that storage above. So at 500 feet, the static water level, or where the water starts in the well, is only about 20 feet. So we'll have close to 500 feet of water storage, and that's about 1.5 gallons per foot, so about 750 gallons of water in the well as kind of the holding tank. Also, it'll have an in-well pressure tank, and so there will be no need for a pressure tank in the house. It'll just compensate for everything right from the well. So pretty cool. And we'll have running water as of today, because they're going to put a frost-free hydrant in next to the well. So that's the pump right there, getting ready to go in the hole. He drills a hole about 5 feet down, and that's where the pump hangs off, and then it'll tee there, and that's where our frost-free will come up right there. And then the straight is where we'll have water to the rest of the property when we put that in. Then they'll have a PVC pipe all the way down. Looks like metal fittings in between each pipe there. So this is the controller box here, and that's just going to be mounted on the back of the panel here. So he's just getting the wiring going for that. Pretty slick. He's about 380 feet now. Just plugging away, not too bad. Okay, this piece here is the in-well pressure tank. And it sounds like they're going to charge it to about 38 to 40 pounds of air pressure off of this valve right here. And that sits in the top of the well. They should maintain up to 60 pounds of water pressure, is what he's saying. So pretty cool not to have that in your house, not to have to build a special pump house anymore. Everything's just self-contained in the well, and then the controller over at the H post there. So pretty sweet. He's just about done. He's got about 3 sticks after this, so he's maybe around 440, 460, and then the pressure tank will get in on top of that. So here we are the next morning. He's all done with his job, so power coming in here, and then up and then down to the pump. This is where we'll hook into the water to go over to the barn. So that's good. And then over maybe, I don't know, 16 to 18 inches over there to where the frost free is, which I haven't turned on yet, but I'm eager to. We need to get this buried and covered so it doesn't freeze, but I'm going to put a few markers in here with some T-posts, so when we're digging down we know exactly where this electrical line is and then how far down deep we need to go. So that's the next thing on the agenda. This is what the brains of the pump looks like, all installed. Basically that's a hands-off system for me. I won't get in there. I'll call that pump guy to work on it if it ever needs any maintenance, but I'll be curious to see whether that readout there changes when there's water flow going. I'm guessing so, but who knows. Well, it's pretty windy out here today, but we got that hole filled in, so we should have no problem with that freezing. So now that's just fine for winter. Turned the hose on, been running it for at least an hour, and looks like good water coming out. I don't have a bucket out here to do any measurements, but it is Yeah, shooting out. I think maybe it started out a little more than that as far as the pressure goes, or how much water was flowing out of there. So hard to say exactly what that means, but it's good news. It's working. Power's on, energized, and so now we have our 3 posts there that tell us where to dig, and then adjacent to that is, this is where we have a 4-inch piece of conduit that's 4 feet in the ground, and it will put the water pipe underneath the power and gas because it's at 36 inches. So, and then we covered this all up over here. Eric had to leave, but pretty well got that secure. It's funny now, it seems really short, but I think that's how it's supposed to look, about eye level to the meter. So yeah, looking good there. And then the other thing that Eric did was filling in the trench for power and gas, and worked his magic, contouring everything and kind of grading the road and getting the material so it looks good. So anytime we disturb the earth this much, we'll have to come back in and seed it, and then basically you have to babysit weeds for 3, 4, 5 years, pulling weeds out of that. Once the natural vegetation takes hold, it does a pretty good job of keeping the weeds out, but this fresh stuff, it definitely makes a difference. So it looks like he has a little bit of work left in here to do, but looks good. So good. We thought this junction box here kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, so I'm gonna put some kind of marker on it so when I'm plowing snow that I'm sure I don't hit that. That would be bad. So got a little dab of sand left. No plans for those rocks at the moment, but they'll keep on accumulating, and the rock wall looks awesome. So as far as the well pump costs, I just kind of wanted to show you how much it costs, basically. So the PVC pipe, 500 feet, just under $3 a foot. That pump at the bottom and the electronics that go on the H post, so that was $38.76. Then the in-well tank, pressure tank, was $14.78. Then some miscellaneous costs, labor, $1,200, and so the grand total there was just under $10,000. So the cost of the well drilling and the pump system that we put in, we're just short, or right around $44,000 for this well, which brought us into about what the estimate was to put in a shared water system, plus a lot of extra time and money on our side. So did we win? Having your own well on your property increases your property value. So I think we did win as far as that versus a shared water system. And it's ours, and it's right here at the build site. So no looking back now. So just glad that we hit water, and The next thing on the water front is that I'd like to get it tested, see what kind of minerals, whether it's hot, hard, or soft water. Of course, see if there's any arsenic or chloroforms or anything like that. I would doubt it as deep and as solid rock as we drilled in. That should be less likely. And of course, my sister-in-law's water is delicious, so that's really what I'm looking for. So appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully next video we have the board and bat up on the sawmill shed, and then we'll be moving on to milling some logs. So you guys have a great day, and thanks for watching.